proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the brave, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight here in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave, and the home of the
What's going on, guys? Hey, how are you? Repeat with you, and it's Sunday night. Time for another turn down for what iRacing Truck Series tonight, live from Darlington. That's right, the Lady in Black, or the track Too Tough to Tame. Welcome everybody that's out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and of course through iRock TV on Roku. If you haven't already gone to your favorite Roku device or your streaming device and searched out for the icon underneath the scoring pylon on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, please do so. Absolutely free content, whether it's POV, league content, or league, community, streamer, POV, podcast, whatever it is, whatever floats your boat, go on over, look it up. all in 4K, and again, all free. Welcome aboard to the Justin Tough and the Sophia the Strong race live again from Darlington, South Carolina. I am Pete Ruzick, best known as Repeat or Old Repeat 1975 from back in the day. Let's get this Lady in Black race started. Few guys already out there on track. As you can see, they're filling in on the scoring pylon on the left-hand side. So far, Chris Stange, and a few others are really the fastest. You see Shad, you see John Ross, you see Zach Meredith, Chris Stange, and Byron Jones. Let's see if we can catch up with a few of these guys. How about the one and only Justin Anisigok? Catch up with him out there on track in this number 13 ThorSport Toyota TRD machine. And you can bet that there's going to be a lot of very, very fast guys out here tonight watching all through practice and whatnot. A lot of very fast guys were actually having a little bit of an issue controlling their truck on track. A lot of spins coming off the corners, a lot of contact, getting their Darlington stripe somewhat early. And I anticipate we're going to see a few cautions tonight, but that just makes things just a little bit better. I definitely appreciate everybody that's out there. Please feel free. Don't just stand there or hang out. Say hey. I promise I won't bite. Well, not hard anyway. But looks like so far Justin Anisigok, he's gonna go ahead and pull on up. So far P15. And it looks like that is going to bring him up to P2 after that lap. So let's check in with Jeff Lednam now in this National Guard number 37. Looks like he's got a little bit of a stripe down his right side already. That means he has gone up, giving the Lady in Black just a little bit of a kiss. So I'll have to see how he fares with it all said and done. So far, Jeff Lednam sitting in P20 on the bottom, about a good half a second behind the leader, being Jaden Gimbel in that number 1 machine, with Evan Knopp and Justin Anisigok to round out your top 3. So far with that lap, Lednam was still P20, but this is his second lap. Let's see if it'll be any better. Got a little loose there coming up off the corner. Let's see if you can get back in the throttle and get this thing pointed in the right direction up and off the corner. All right, so off of turn number 4, addressing Barney up on the start, up in the flag stand. And it looks like Lednam is going to stay right there at P20. How about we check in with the 98 of Austin Collins. Austin right now just kind of sitting on track. Not quite sure what exactly he's doing or if he's going to go ahead and put in a time. And I don't think so. Nope, that was the end. So Austin Collins going to start 32nd of 33 guys out there on track. All right, so let's go ahead and clear all this out. Shmi Crew Fan Club, you're absolutely welcome, and I'm glad that I can do it. Let's go ahead and bring up your grid as these guys are going to go ahead and get ready to line on up. So I mentioned it before. Jaden Gimbel in that number 1 is going to start P1 with Evan Knopp for P number 2. Then it's going to be Justin Anisigok in his 13 for P number 3. P4, talking about Shad Swatsworth in his number 8. John Honeycutt in his Team FDR number 50 with John Ross to round out row number 3. Row number 4 is going to be Zach Meredith in his number 17 with Chris Stange in P number 8. Tyler Doar in his 78 P9 with Byron Jones P number 10 in his double deuce. Josh Taylor in his number 57, a guy that has come in runner-up the last 2 races in a row with Kane Lee in his number 54 to round out row number 6. Let me see here. System's going to give me just a little bit of an issue. I'll go ahead and get us through the rest of the field in just a second. There we go. P13, talking about Chris Weaver in the 15. Actually, a news photojournalist out of North or South Carolina. Pacey Wygen in his double O is going to start P14. P15, we're talking about William Gay in his 44 with Mark Morton to his outside. Brandon Burton is number 73, starting 17th with Davey Weaver, Chris's son, in his number 87, starting P18. P19, the 88 of Mike Allen, with a beautiful tribute truck that he's got as well. Jeff Lednam in that 37, he's going to start P20. P21, we're going to see Al Likens in his 45. Mike Campbell and Michael LeBlanc going to round out row number 12. And it looks like for the tail end of this field, going to be Dale Rapp, Robert Amaral, Jeff Jones, Dave Davis, Joshua Roberts, Connor Cunningham to round out row 15, and Brad Herman back there in the 85 to round out your full field. All right, so here are all your trucks. Let's go ahead and clear your grid, and let's get ready to roll. Lights atop the pace truck are out, 1 and 36 side by side. Nothing like an old tide ride when we're talking about Darlington, but let's get ready. Barney should have the field well in hand as they come through turns 3 and 4. There you see the flag stand. There you see the flag. Green flag. Let's go. All right, so into turns 1 and 2, still side by side. Haley Hill, Ghost Merc, Work Rambo, and Racing Guy. Thank you very much for the follows. Definitely appreciate all that. BNR, what's going on, man? How are you? Actually, I just realized that the sound on these trucks is just a little low. Let's go ahead and make sure that you're able to hear every bit of sound that these trucks have to offer. And yep, that is why. Let's go ahead and crank this up. That way you guys can crank it up as well. Rock, buddy, what's happening? All right, so let's see if we can find out what the cause of this caution was. It's going to be somewhere a little bit further in the back. Looks like it's going to have something to do with Mark Morton. I believe he's rocking a 12. Let's go find out. So way in the back on the restart, riding behind this number 12's Jegs machine up on the high side, coming to the start. Looks like he got a pretty good launch outside of the 15. Underneath the flag stand going into turn number 1. Let's see what happens. Oh, looks like the 54 spun and Mark had nowhere to go. Looks like even one other made contact, and then he just gets rear-ended and sent into the inside wall. Very unfortunate. Gets caught up in something that was not of his making, or not of his doing, I guess I should say. So let's go ahead and bring it back live. Very unfortunate for him. Brian, if that's you, you are absolutely welcome, sir. Absolutely welcome. It is a labor of love, sir. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up your scoring pylon as well as your track map. That way you're able to see everything that is going on throughout the race. You know where your favorite drivers are, what their times are, how big of a distance they have between each and every one of their competitors, and you basically just stay in the know. There we go. All right, had to kind of reset there for a moment and get back ready to roll. So the trucks that you see all on the bottom part of your track map, those are all the guys that stayed out. Meanwhile, the 3 or 4 that might have got a little bit of damage there, now on the tail end of the field, coming through 3 and 4, trying to catch up to this main pack to get ready to get back on the throttle and race it out. 120 laps on store for tonight from the Lady in Black. Excuse me. So far, she hasn't been unkind on that initial start, but that these cautions aren't really something that are of a norm for this series. Usually, there's a whole lot of green flag racing. However, this track doesn't have a nickname of too tough to tame for no reason. Very, very rough track. Let's go ahead and get this back with Barney again so we can get ready to set them off. Again, green flag's up.
Green flag, green flag.
Very late restart zone. Let's go racing. All right, so far it looks like everybody, for the most part, has made it through turns 1 and 2. Jaden Gimbel in that number 1, Evan Knopp and Justin Anasagok right behind him. But how about this 36 Tide Ride? Absolutely a truck that screams tenure in as far as sponsors go when it comes to the Truck Series, Cup Series, Xfinity Series. All in real life. Tide seems like they have been around forever, and one of the closest races that ever took place was right here at Darlington between Ricky Craven and Kurt Busch. Back in the day, they were beating and banging all the way down the front stretch after lap for lap, side by side racing, and in the end, it ended up being Ricky Craven grabbing the W in a Tide Ride just like this. That'll be one of the races I probably, or hopefully, will never ever forget. All right, so let's kind of widen this out again. Let's go through the field, kind of looking around for people that are having one hell of a race, and see exactly how we're rolling. Toasted Gamers, haven't seen that tag for a little bit. Back to me, huh? I definitely appreciate it. I swear, you and Dohar, why not? And then BR Racing says, hope we have a show for you on Saturday night, talking about the Bump and Run iRacing Cup Series. They will be live from North Wilkesboro for their All-Star race. Definitely looking forward to getting to that race. It's going to be a lot of fun, and cannot wait to see what's going on. Bren Dial says hi out there in the land of YouTube. Bren, hope you're doing well. Thank you again, as well as everybody else. If you're out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or through Roku on the iRock TV channel, welcome aboard. Again, I am Pete Ruzick, best known as Repeat 1975. Glad to have you around. Again, big welcome and thank you to Haley Hill 123 that followed just a little bit ago, right, as well as Ghost Merc, Work Rambo, and Racing Guy 118. Thank you all very much. And I think I saw something else just a moment ago. Coffee NR for the sub on the Twitch side, right along with Byron Jones. So thank you all very much for all the support, all the patronage. Hope you're enjoying the race so far, but again, let's go through this. I'll try to find a good battle, as it looks like about the top 10 or so, all starting to break away just a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring it. Let's go through the field. Seems like we got a good green flag field going on right now. All right, so starting in P number 1, I'll get it right there. There we go. In his Reaper Speed Labs machine from Bismarck, North Dakota. That just says cold to me. Talking about Jaden Gimbel in this number 1 machine. He started first, still sitting in P number 1. Evan Knopp right now is sitting P2 after starting P2, and again, couldn't say enough about this Tide Ride. Right behind him, you see the Thor Sport number 13 for Justin Anasagok, old NNR Rowdy from back in the day, from Kenai, Alaska. Top 3 still in the spots that they qualified from. John Honeycutt back here in the 50, up 1 spot from Orlando, Florida. I tell you what, this is one man that absolutely takes every bit of his racing very seriously. I mean, the guy's got a stellar rig, stellar wheel, all kinds of great equipment, and he's a hell of a racer too. Billy Meredith in this Buffalo Sabres machine, talking about the 17 on the backside as well from Barry St. Edmunds. Him and his dad actually got to swap jerseys here just recently. Kind of posted it out there on social media. Chris Stange back here in this number 72 fueled up motorsports machine from Athol, Massachusetts. So far, he is up 2 spots after starting P number 8. John Ross back here in this number 99 for Bully Dog Coffee. Phenomenal coffee. Actually got a chance to order some. And I tell you what, you want something that'll wake you up? There you go. Get their dark roast. Absolutely amazing. Bell Buckle, Tennessee. First year in sim racing and doing one hell of a job. Pacey Wige back here at P number 8, up 6 spots from where he started, from Scio, New York. Doing all right, and as you can tell, absolutely rocking all of these Sophia the Fierce colors. If you got a chance earlier today, the channel that carried the Buffalo Bills game in their win against Miami almost came back to beat them. They just couldn't get their fins up quite enough. Yeah, showing pride for Sophia the Fierce in this double O. Byron Jones right behind in this double deuce. He's got carrying the Sophia the Fierce colors on the back, as well as Jones Paint and Designs on the hood. This truck was made by Byron Jones out of Goodyear, Arizona. If you need any kind of a paint scheme done, whether it's for Cup, truck, Xfinity, Ferrari, whatever it is, this man is absolutely capable of doing it. Did one hell of a job. I believe the design on the side of this was for a Christmas movie. I think it was I forget the name of it right now. I'm sure it'll come to me later when I don't need it. Behind him, though, Shad Swatsworth out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania, showing the Bud colors and the Dave Matthews Band on the hood. Right now, down 6 spots, but you can look forward to Shad trying to get up there and challenge just a little bit later on. Davey Weaver trying to get underneath that number 8 out of Louisville, North Carolina. So far, up 7 spots for this 87, doing one hell of a job. Behind him, we're going to find that 37 we were watching a little bit in qualifying for Jeff Lednam, old Mike Honcho from back in the day. Looks like I thought for a second he might have been peeling off to go down pit road. Not so much, just trying to get under other guys from Easton, Maryland. Mike LeBlanc back here in this Kellogg's Corn Pops. I remember that cereal as a kid. Sitting in P12, up 11 spots and doing all right. It's good to see Mike LeBlanc out here. Brad Herman in his Axe Target number 85. He is up 20 spots and so far is the biggest mover, sitting in P13. And as you saw, that Corn Pops machine just almost got a trunk full, courtesy of Target. Shad Swatsworth back here in we just talked about him. John Holliday is the next one we needed to move on to. In this number 9, it looks like he's sporting some Ryko colors on the hood. He's up 7 spots in this Toyota and trying to work his way through to the front. I'm sure he just needs everybody to get racked and stacked back up. Then he'll be able to make a charge. Al Likens in this Kyle Petty throwback number 45. If we weren't at Darlington, I'd be surprised to see this throwback to Kyle Petty, but all the same, nice looking machine, up 5 spots. So far, he's right about midfield. Tyler Dohar in this Filter Time Swag.biz Elite Performance number 78, down 8 spots. Don't count this guy out from Walbridge, Ohio. He will be up front before the end of the night. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Mike Papa Bear Campbell, you see that little boy, hashtag Justin Tough on his front end. That is a part of the reason that we are all here tonight. And man, what a phenomenal story for this kid. I saw a lot of the pictures, a lot of the images. Does have a GoFundMe and all that set up, but this poor kid was mauled by 3 dogs. I mean, part of his scalp was ripped off, and just all kinds of issues. He's getting a little bit better, but there is a long road to recovery for this little boy. Justin, if you're out there, if you're able to watch, if you're awake, and hopefully you're not, hopefully you're sleeping and recouping and getting ready for another day, know that everybody here in the Turn Down for What iRacing Truck Series is absolutely pulling for you. You go get, you win this race of your own, Justin. We'll be here. All right, let's move on up to Josh Roberts in this number 3 for Levita Oil from Levita, Texas, I assume. Up 9 spots, sitting in P20 with Austin Collins right behind him from Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. Know exactly where that is. This was the guy that we saw sitting at the start-finish line. He wanted to start and back to see exactly what was going to happen. I have a feeling this AMSOIL he's got in this number 98 is going to serve him well throughout the evening. Again, up 12 spots, sitting in P20. Behind him is going to be the 3 now of Josh Roberts. We just talked about him, but Austin Collins was able to make the pass. Then back to Brandon Burt and his Richard Petty throwback. Of course, everybody recognized the STP colors. You could just kind of scratch out the 7 on that side underneath the other scratches and put a 4, and you'll have the King's number and the King's ride. Beautiful looking truck. All right, so Brandon Burt, again, P24. P25 is going to be Dale Rapp. Old Gray and in the way is what his truck says on the backside. Looks like he's got just a little bit of damage there. There it is, Old Gray and in the way. Old Dale Rapp. Go way back with the guy, but so far right now, Dale qualified P25, still running P25. William Gay in the Chevrolet running 44th. From Hobgood, North Carolina. Down 11 spots with that kind of damage, no doubt the reason. Robert Amaral in this number 70 Pennzoil Steve Park throwback from back in the day. I've actually got this diecast sitting up on top of a lamp to my left. Great looking machine, absolutely. David Davis in this 07, although he's showing the 77 on the scoring pylon, in this DeWalt truck. So far, David Davis qualified 28th, still running in that same exact position. Kane Lee right behind him in this 54 Lowe's for Pro. Never Stop Improving Silverado from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Sitting P29, down 17 spots. Lady in Black is tough for a lot of people to get around. Mark Morton back here in this number 12 Jegs machine from Cartersville, Georgia. Down quite a few spots with that damage. This was the truck we saw involved in that one and only caution so far as we're getting ready to work lap 30. Speaking of 32nd, talking about Jeff Jones, the name you know, says he wants to go fast, but right now on pit road, right along with Josh Taylor out of North Carolina as well. Trippy says, back to me. Trippy, I think we need to get back into the racing. Justin Anasigok has assumed the lead. No surprise there. And here he is again from Kenai, Alaska. New leader, John Honeycutt now up to P2. Evan Knott, P3. Jaden Gimbel, Zach Merritt's going to round out the top 5. And we are under caution. What about that timing? Looks like this caution is going to have something to do with Chris Weaver. So we'll see if we can find him, find out exactly what happened, and bring that all right to you. Let's go. All right, so there you see the 15. Looks like you might get a little bit of help from a target ride up and off the corner. Maybe a little bit of a push from Brad Herman. And it looks like, is this going to be net code or is this going to be true contact? Let's find out. Brad down on the high side, 15 trying to hold his line all the way through the corners. And so far, nope. Just, I think it might have started out as about maybe a foot in net code, and then not so much sending the 15 Fox 8 machine around. Again, Fox 8, he is a photojournalist out of either northern South Carolina or southern North Carolina, but all the same, little bit of contact there to the rear, and around he went. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Justin Anasigok, there you see him bringing just about everybody that's on the lead lap down pit road for 4 brand new Eagle Fuel Goods. Go ahead and top it off with that Sunoco E15 virtual fuel and come on out. All right, so looks like Justin Anscock is going to be able to beat everybody off of pit road in his in what would normally be an unlucky number, making it lucky for him tonight. All right, let's see if we can't dial up Justin right now. I think he's probably hanging out down with the Filter Time Esports guys. Yep, in fact he is. Let's see if we can't bring him on up and have a quick chat with him. Justin Anscock, it's repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a copy in that ThorSport 13.
What's up?
What's up, buddy? Well, so far you started P3, now up to the lead. Able to get on a pit road, carrying the most amount of speed, get into your pit box, no issue. And here you are carrying it off of pit road. You'll be the leader when we come back around. Evan Knopp will start to your outside. John Honeycutt behind you. Jaden Gimbel and then Zach Billy Meredith will round out the top 5. So far, you're looking pretty good. We were talking earlier. You said you were able to help a few guys learn this track. Learn what settings they needed to run here. And so far, it looks like maybe you didn't share quite everything because here you are, still leading.
It's unfortunate for Josh Taylor, though, and Mark. I helped them a lot throughout the week, and they got caught up in that lap 1 wreck. And Josh was going to have a really good night. I think he was actually better than me on the long run. So, but, yeah, man, just taking it easy out front. I was hoping to get a green flag run right there to stretch it a little bit. I was gonna pit a few laps earlier, but it's okay. I got a good guy behind me in third. So
speaking of green flag pit stops, how close were you to actually having to come on down? What's the fuel run in these trucks here tonight?
About 36 laps. So
okay.
We had about like 8 laps left of fuel going in, but it's all good.
Well, buddy, as always, good to talk to you. You know I'm forever a fan. Keep that thing clean and green. Keep the shiny side up. There we go. I see everybody doubling back up, so I'll get you back down with everybody in Filter Time Esports. Good luck, Rowdy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go ahead and drop him. Bomb back down with the rest of those guys. There you see the ticker crawling across the top of your screen. That is your full running order now. Let's go ahead and bring your track map back up as well. And there you see him coming off of turn 2. As for the most part, they're going to go down the backstretch, head through turns 3 and 4, and get ready to set the rest of this off. BNR Racing says, Coffee NR is Philip Bridgman. Hell yeah, man. Great job showing the love. Absolutely. Definitely appreciate every single bit of it. Trippy Tricks, always good to see you as well. Glad you're out there. Glad you came out to join me and join everybody else that's out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and iRock TV through green flag's out. Here I am talking all the way through it. And yeah, green flag. Wasn't even paying attention. Caught me unawares. Battle for P number 2 right now with John Honeycutt and Evan Knopp. Evan's going to try the low side. John Honeycutt going to try to get back in the throttle. He's going to end up with a little bit of a tag on a back bumper. Hard into the inside wall. Nothing doing there so far. No caution. And it looks like that 50 machine is stuck. I'm going to guess that the barrier may have grabbed a hold of him. Not going to let him go. Poor John Honeycutt looks like he's going to have to tow. As you see him, go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and bring it on back up. And let's actually show you exactly what happened there with Honeycutt. He had to check up for someone else. He got tagged in the back end and got sent hard into the inside wall. Let's go back with the chase cam and show you that wreck. All right, so John Honeycutt on that bottom side. You see the tide ride. He's going to go ahead and fight his way around him, and then Honeycutt is going to have to check up and just going to get tore up from the back end. Here's the pass. 36 going to go ahead and absolutely throw it in. 50 says, you know what, you go right ahead. I'll catch you on the backside. He got a little loose, and then Jaden Gimble just comes on up and gives him a big old punt, and you see the wall absolutely just grab him, and I think that might have actually been the motor. You see the smoke coming up from the hood. Very, very unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so 13, again, still leading. Evan Knopp back here. P number 2, P3, double O of Pacey Wygen. Again, hashtag stronger than cancer. Talking about Sophia the Fierce, a very, very brave 9-year-old little girl in upstate New York. Big, big Bills fan. Today from, I think it's Iram. No, Eram. There we go. Gave her a pair of Buffalo Bills shoes and a jacket and all that. Got to spend the day at the field, and we're all absolutely praying for Sophia. The last thing I heard was she was starting to get some pain back in her side, but their next round of chemo was coming up. If you'd like to help young Sophia, go to my About section on my Twitch page. You'll see 2 pictures there. One picture will take you to Sophia's GoFundMe page, and the other picture will take you to the Sophia the Fierce rather, Facebook page. Right now it's about 1,500 to 2,000 community members strong, showing their endless support for Sophia. That's on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, just above the iRacing logo. You see that Sophia the Fierce logo. We did a charity race for her last week, and I want to say thank you to everybody that was out there last week and everybody this week as well. Last week turned out for what helped raise $650 towards Sophia's GoFundMe page. And man, I couldn't have been prouder of everybody that reached out and was very, very giving of not only their time watching the race, but also giving of their funds as well. $650 worth. Very, very appreciative, and thank you from everybody. We tease. Thank you very much for the follow. Definitely appreciate you. See you out there on Twitch, and yeah, man, welcome aboard. All right, so no change throughout the top 3. Again, Justin Anscock, P1, Evan Knopp, and Pacey Wygen, 2nd and 3rd. Jaden Gimble, 4th, and Zach Meredith sitting P number 5. We Tease wants to know, where's my boy Josh? If you're talking about Josh Taylor, unfortunately, Josh Taylor is in the pits after an issue took him out of the race very, very early. But if we're talking about Josh Roberts, that would be right here. Josh Roberts in this number 3, sitting P24. You're sick, huh? Yeah. That kind of took. There was a wreck very, very early that took Josh Taylor out of it. Let's see if maybe I can go back and maybe bring you exactly what happened if the replay is still there. Let's try. This will actually be from Josh's camera if it works. Nope, this was after he was all said and done. But you see all the damage around his machine. Very, very unfortunate, but that's unfortunately the way that it ended for Josh Taylor. Let me see if I can back this up. See if it'll let me. I don't know that it will, but we can certainly try. All right, so. Well, it looks like we might be able to show you a little bit of what happened, kind of rewinding the old school way. All right, let's go ahead and stop it right there. Let's go on back to the chase cam. In fact, no, let's go on up to the hood cam, and we can show you what happened with this wreck. Let's go ahead and play it. This was on the initial start of the race. This was caution number 1. Nowhere for him to go. Bam. And yeah, that I don't know if that was quite the end of it, but I'm going to guess he was down a whole lot on RPM right there. And this league does not run a fast repair, so he wasn't able to go ahead and just get it fixed up. Just went airborne off of the back end of another truck and ended up being the end of his night. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, in case you were talking about Josh Roberts, there he is, but I have a feeling you were talking about a little more smoke, Josh Taylor. Looks like we got a battle just a little bit ahead of this guy here. Let's bring it on up with Tyler Dohar. No, it wasn't with Tyler. Looks like might have something new going on. I'm seeing some issues on track saying Austin Collins, John Ross might have just gotten tangled up a little bit. Let's see if we can't find what happened with them. Where is Austin Collins? All right, Austin Collins is on pit road. Let's see if we can find out what happened. All right, this is high above from the chopper. You see him going into the corner, coming off. Let's see if there's just a truck that spins out or what the case may be. So far, it looks like he's still doing all right. Doesn't get caught up in someone else's wreck. Here's her answer. Nowhere to go. Tries to go low and gets sent hard into the inside wall and possibly ending his night. He had to tow. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. A little bit of a battle here between the 3 and the 38. 3 right now again is Joshua Roberts, Mike LeBlanc right there with him in that Corn Pops machine. And as you can tell by the track map on the top right hand side, there is quite a bit of distance being covered now. Pretty much there's a track on almost every corner and every straightaway of this racetrack. Right now, though, still Evan Knopp is leading in this 36. He's able to run down Justin Anisgok and put him back to P number 2. Let's see if we can find out exactly how that pass happened and bring it back to you since we were covering something else somewhere else. So again, Evan Knopp and Justin Anisgok. Here we go. I think this might be it. There you go. So you see Justin Anisgok on the bottom side. 36 up high. Got the 00 of Pacey Wygant right behind him. 13. He's going to blink out just a little bit, and I think that was that might have been it. He might have been some conversation between the two. 36 might have been telling Justin, "Hey man, you're blinking. I don't want to go into this corner side by side with you." And he looks like he gave up the turn to the 00 of Pacey as well. So there you go, from first to third, and then he was able to get on back by the 00 of Pacey Wise, because right now in live, it's showing him in second place. There you go. Here is Pacey. You see the one of Jaden Gimble retaking third place. This is what this place looks like from high above in the blimp. The track absolutely all lit up. And man, beautiful facility. does a lot for the area of Darlington, South Carolina, when the NASCAR series visit this 1 mile egg-shaped track. Again, Lady in Black track too tough to tame. Either way, definitely earns her respect from every single driver that attempts to tackle her course. All right, so what do you say we jump on board with Evan Knopp? We'll jump into the cockpit with him, see exactly how this driver is navigating this course. Y'all out there in chat, go ahead and crank it up. Let's go.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
All right, so after a few laps around with the 36, and we've gone past halfway, looks like caution is out, and it has collected a few more drivers. Looks like this caution is going to come back to Pacey Wygant, Robert Amaral, and Byron Jones. Pacey Wygant was the first one that got tagged, so let's see if we can find out what happened with that 00. Again, Pacey is rocking all the Sophia the Fierce colors tonight. Let's see if we can find out what happened. Let's go ahead and get back to one of our chase cameras, and it looks like it's going to be as he's coming off pit road. So let's find out what happens. staying down below the yellow line, so down below the blend line. He can't come across that, otherwise he'd get a black flag. Getting past the commitment cone, up on track, and what happens? You see the double deuce of Byron Jones. Okay, so you know what? We're going to stop this. Let's catch up. That I believe that's going to be the 47 right in front of him. I believe it's the 47. No, not going to be. Not going to be. Nope. Hold on. I will get there. I promise you. That's going to be the 73. All right, so let's go jump on board with the 73. Let's go ahead and rewind this just a little bit. Stop it, and let's go ahead and play this in slow-mo. All right, so you see Byron Jones up to his outside. Byron staying above that seam, but it looks like this STP machine's going to come on up. And I would say, nope, no net code there. Just unfortunately catching the 22 up into the wall, and I think this is how Pacey is going to end up getting caught up into it. You see Byron Jones starting to go around trying to catch it, and Pacey just gets hooked, sent up to the outside wall. Byron Jones right behind him, and that's how that all played out. Very, very unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so in all that, Evan Knopp is our leader with Jaden Gimbel running P number 2. All right, so I believe that they all would have already pit. Yeah, they pit on lap 66. I don't know if I'd have enough time to get a hold of Evan Knopp, or even where he is or which team comms he's in. Nope, it doesn't appear though that we do. So that's all right. They're all on the backstretch right now. Anyway, it looks and yeah, all these trucks in front of them still. So I'm gonna guess that this is the first of the 2 caution laps. How about Brad Herman? Can we get a hold of Brad Herman maybe? All right, Brad Herman is down there in the Hard Luck Racing team comm. Let's see if we can grab a hold of him. Brad Herman, long time no talk, buddy. Good to see you back out here in that number 85 Energizer target machine. Sitting P3 up 30 spots. How you feeling about your Silverado tonight, sir?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good. Whiffed it on the qualifying there, so had to come through the pack the hard way. But, you know, trophy hunting tonight, so let's hopefully we can get one.
All right, so saying that, how I see just a little bit of damage on your right-hand side. I'm going to guess maybe the lady in black reached out and touched you just a bit. How you feeling about your truck? How strong is it, truthfully?
Yeah, I had about 20 seconds of damage there in that last caution. There was that truck on the outside wall, and I just skimmed him because I didn't see him with the trucks ahead of me. Baiting on fixing it, but we're rolling with it. Let's see what happens. All
right, buddy. I see you getting all racked and stacked back up, all back, double file, going through 3 and 4. I'll get you back down with Hard Luck Racing. Good luck. Go get him. Keep the shiny side up, sir.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it, buddy. All right, so that's Brad Herman, a pilot of this machine. Let's go ahead and get it back with Barney right now. You should have the field. Green flag's back out. Let's go. All right, back across the start stripe. I believe we saw 2 trucks kind of get loose off the corner and really hit the inside wall pretty hard. But because they were off the racing surface, and not in any immediate danger. We are staying green, but I believe that was Zach Billy Meredith in that Buffalo Sabres number 17 machine that ended up getting caught up in that. And there was one other a little bit further back. Not quite sure if that was Brandon Burt or Dale Rapp. But let's check in. Let's see if we can't find that number 88 right now for Mike Allen. He wanted me to make sure that I checked in with his paint scheme and absolutely be sure to show it just a little bit of love. And as you can see, there's a smiling little boy on the front end of his machine. And there you go. All about hashtag Justin Tough. And Mike Allen absolutely hanging in tough. A little bit of damage to the front end of his Silverado, but absolutely still doing everything that he possibly can to keep up. There is Justin's GoFundMe on the back end of this 88. www.gofundme.com/f/Justin. So make sure you if you can, just the same as y'all were very, very generous last week with Sophia the Fierce's GoFundMe. Again, where we raised $650 for Sophia. Hopefully we can be just as generous towards Justin. Again, this is a little boy that was absolutely mauled by three. I don't recall the type of dog. I want to say they were pit bulls, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. The last I heard from Mike Pop Bear Campbell, there were three pit bulls, and they showed pictures of this little boy that I just did not have the heart to show on stream today. Very, very fierce puncture wounds throughout his stomach, his chest. A lot of trauma caused to the top of his head. Very, very sad story for Justin. And again, if anything can be given towards Justin, please do. I'll try to find a way to copy and paste that GoFundMe, and hopefully we can get a little bit of love towards Justin as well. In fact, you know what? Scratch that. I'm going to take the time while we're on the back end of this 88. I'm going to type this GoFundMe into the chat, and if you'd like to give, and you have the ability to give, and you believe in being generous and helping our mankind when they're down, this is definitely one of those occasions. So hopefully you can. Bear with me 1 second. There you go. So please, if you can, hit up that link. And I know it's after the holidays. We're all trying to recover from the bills that were accrued during the holiday season. But this boy absolutely needs some help. Let me try that again. For some reason, it told me that there was an error. All right, let's hopefully it doesn't take it away again. I'm not quite sure what that error was for, but you guys can all see that on the back end, on the tailgate of this number 88. Please, if you can, be generous. All right, so let's go on up again. Evan Knopp in his 36 Tide Ride, still your leader. Jaden Gimble P2, Brad Herman P3, Tyler Dohar. I told you not to sleep on this number 78 earlier. Well, here he is in his Filter Time machine. Not breathing too happy. He's still a little tight, I'm sure, off the back end of this 85 of the target ride for Brad Herman. We just talked to him under caution, and I told you, don't sleep on Tyler Dohar. He will work his way on up through the field. All right, Connor Cunningham back here in this Hellman's Dale Jr. throwback. again, that's something about Darlington. Not quite sure if everybody out there knows. Maybe you're new to racing. Maybe you're here to watch the broadcast for Justin or for Sophia the Fierce, and you just wanted to see what it was all about. Darlington, South Carolina. This is the yearly throwback race that is done to honor all of yesteryear's Cup Series, Xfinity Series, and Truck Series drivers. This truck here is a throwback to Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his Hellman's Xfinity car that he ran quite a few times. And not a bad looking truck. Looks like so far, Connor, no real issues on the front end of this Hellman's ride. Sitting P5 up 25 spots, which if I'm not mistaken would make him the biggest mover of the race. Nope. Brad Herman up here in this Axe Target ride. He's actually the biggest mover, up 30 spots. So sitting P3, not a bad spot. He says he's trophy hunting. Well, there you go. Big Hickory out there with a raid of 3. Hickory, definitely hope your stream was well. Thank you very much for the raid. To the Raiders, welcome aboard. I am Repeat, Pete Ruzick, whatever you want to call me. Repeat 1975 from back in the day. And this is the turn down for what iRacing Truck Series, live from Darlington, the Lady in Black, track too tough to tame. And welcome aboard. If you know anybody that's out here, as you look through the scoring pylon on your left-hand side, man, let me know, who do y'all have to go ahead and win this? Working lap 85 now, as the leader, Evan Knopp, just came across the start stripe of 120. So we're starting to wind down on laps. Evan Knopp showing that he can absolutely get it done in his Ricky Craven throwback in this old Tide ride. Jaden Gimbel just back here in this number 1, sitting pretty good. He's got that Reaper machine going. God Power, Pacey Wygett, he is out there, but he was damaged earlier. Let's see if we can find him for you right now. Looks like Pacey is actually out. Either that or he might be on pit road. No, it looks like he is out. He got wrapped up in a caution a bit earlier with him and the Double Deuce when they both had to check up off of a little bit of contact with another driver. Let's see if I can actually show you that wreck right now. Let's see, Pacey, where you at? Here, let's try this. Let's play it. Nope, it's too far past the time where it actually happens. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so I mentioned Connor Cunningham was in 5th. There he is again in that Hellman's ride. Justin Anaskok right behind him in this number 13. He started P3 or P4 up or back to P6. Right in front of Chris Stange right now. That's in this number 72. Sitting in P7. P8, talking about Jeff Lednam in this National Guard. Number 37. He's run that number for, I think, as long as I've known him. John Holliday, old Doc Holliday, sitting in this number 9 Toyota, sitting P9 up 13 spots. And to round out your top 10, here is the Kyle Petty throwback machine of Al Likens. How about Sprint? I haven't seen them around for just a little bit, but yeah, here they are. So again, all the Raiders from Big Hickory, thank you. Definitely appreciate it. And yeah, again, welcome aboard. This is the home for the Bump and Run iRacing Cup Series on Saturday nights, Sunday nights right here with Turn Down for What. Monday nights very soon at the end of February will be the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series when they restart their full 34 race schedule come February the 28th. And then I'm also the broadcaster for the iRock what will be the Truck Series on Thursday nights. If you're interested in something like that and you think your skills are worth $100 going towards a $5,000 grand prize or possibly win the lion's share of that, I broadcast for them on Thursday nights as well. Pacey's out there now in chat saying, well, that's going to hurt in points. Absolutely, Pacey. Just nothing. There was nothing that you could have done whatsoever there. Byron up in the wall trying to hold it up there. Came on down after the 73 was just in the way. There's nothing that could have been done there, Pacey. Yeah, definitely had a good run going there in that Sophia the Fierce 00, and I'm sure it's absolutely appreciated. It looks like Jaden Gibble in this number 1 Toyota TRD machine. He's going to come on down pit road, and one of the first, right along with Chris Stange back here. He's on pit road, and it looks like the 15 of Chris Weaver also going down pit road now as well. There is the entrance of pit road as well as the exit of turns 3 and 4. Just absolutely high riding it, high, wide, and handsome all the way through. This area is the toughest or the tightest part of the track overall. And there's a couple of different lines. You can run it up high, you can run it a little bit lower, but you definitely want to make sure that you stay away from that dotted white line on the bottom as we start to see even more coming on through. All right, so Mike Allen, we talked about him earlier. Looks like he's still out here on track as the 71 of Mike Pop Bear Campbell goes on by. So here we are. Look at these two. Both trucks decked out in hashtag Justin Tough. And there they are, running very, very close to each other on track. But Mike Allen right now is in P13, up 6 spots from where he qualified, as he's going to go ahead and try to woe it up and slow it up. Come on down to the attention of his pit crew for 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods filled up with that Sunoco E15 fuel, and come on back out. So good to see Mike Allen. He's got some damage. Looks like he might have taken at least 1 or 2 Darlington stripes off the turn 4 wall, and still running strong though. All right, so with all these people pitting, new leader Tyler Dohar in this number 78 filter time machine, breathing a little bit happier now that he's got all that clean air. And Tyler is a master of saving fuel, and with 25 laps to go, I bet that he still have to come on down, but he might be waiting, trying to play the waiting game, seeing if a whole lot of others go on down pit road before he does, and maybe catches a caution where he's in the right place at the right time. Just possibly, unfortunately, as he gets a little bit of a stripe there. That is exactly what we were talking about. A little bit of a darling stripe coming up off the corner. And then when you're trying to get a great entrance or a great arc into the corner, sometimes you kind of tag that wall again as well. But caution's out. Look at this. This will feed right into Dohar's strategy, I'm sure. We might even get a chance to talk to him when the caution is all said and done. But caution with 24 laps to go. Hashtag Sophia the Fierce and hashtag Justin Strong. So Tyler Dohar, Connor Cunningham, Justin Anscock, Jeff Lednam, John Holliday going to be your top 5. Al Likens, Kane Lee, Brad Herman, Jaden Gamble, and Zach Meredith that brings you all the way back to P number 10. .46 going to go ahead and pull into his stop. I would imagine the only thing that's going to stop Dohar from taking the lead here is if he passes or he's a little too fast getting into his pit box, but usually he's pretty good about that. It looks like he actually shorted it, so that's going to cost just a little bit of time. If the 46 hit his box just right, he'll come on out and he should be able to pass him. That's exactly how important hitting your box perfect means. There you go. So Al Likens out here is being shown as the leader. And it looks like the last time he pit was on lap 67. So he's only out there right now for a point. I imagine he'll be coming down pit road here very, very soon to go ahead, and he only stayed out, I'm pretty sure, just to grab a point for leading a lap. There you go, hitting pit road right now. All right, so that's going to hand it over to Connor Cunningham. I'm pretty sure I know right where Connor is. He's down there hanging out in Tank Racing. Let's see if we can't pull old Connor on up to the booth and have a quick word with the driver. Connor Cunningham in this number 46 Hellman's machine. Throwback to the one and only Dale Earnhardt Jr. Bud, you hit your pit box just right. Tyler Doar kind of shorted it, had to pull up, hence giving you the lead. You've had a pretty fast, pretty consistent Hellman's Silverado. Can you hold the rest of the field at bay? I believe we'll take the green at about 21 to go.
They probably have more pace than me, but I'm going to hold my ground and see if I can.
Well, Earnhardt Sr. used to believe in making his car 3 lanes wide. How wide do you think you're going to have to spread this truck? You get it, spread? I shouldn't have done that. How wide do you think you're going to have to make that tailgate in order to hold them off, at least in the beginning laps, where most people tend to be a little bit more aggressive?
I'm going to have to make it all the way to the swamp.
All the way to the swamp. If we were talking about Homestead, I'd know exactly what you're talking about, but here we are at the Lady in Black. Either way, you're having one hell of a race, Connor. Always great to talk to you. Definitely a fan, as you've always known. I definitely, I wish you a lot of luck. You're going to have Tyler Doar, Justin Aniscock, Jeff Lednam, and Kane Lee behind you restarting. Jose says, "No dad jokes during the broadcast, please." I knew I was gonna get something for it. I knew I was gonna get something for it. But hey, man, I see y'all out there coming off of turn 2 right now. Dohar's coming up to your outside. Again, big, whole lot of luck to you. Keep the shiny side up, and maybe we'll be talking to you later for your first podium, sir.
10-4. Hopefully I can get up there, or else I'm barrel rolling down the front straightaway. One of those is going to happen.
All right, bud. I'll get you back down with Tank Racing, and again, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, the one and only Connor Cunningham. Good to always talk to him. Absolutely. So, all right. So as I mentioned, there they are, back double file. Pace truck back on pit road. Barney's got the flag well in hand. We're going green flag racing. 20 laps to go. Let's go. Caution's out. Looks like this one's going to have something to do with Josh Roberts and Chad Swatsworth. A little bit further back, Josh Roberts at that point was in his number 3 back in about P19. Shad was back there at P20. So definitely very, very close. And this is going to make that 46 a little bit more nervous. But also, if you haven't been on iRacing lately, this is going to make Tyler Doar very nervous as well. Recently, there's been a little bit of a rash of black flags on restarts. So they'll have to go ahead and catch up with the pace car. But let's find out exactly what happened with these two. Let's go ahead and switch up the camera. Let's go right now. All right, there is Josh Roberts. All the way down. I got to be careful getting down there. Looks like he gets a little loose into 3. And Shad Swatsworth should be coming into this sometime very soon. Looks like this was catching up to the rest of the field just before the green flag. Oh, he got loose while trying to catch it on the outside, and that's what collected him and the 8. Very unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. I tell you, that's one thing. If you don't correct the brake bias on these things, if you make any kind of adjustments, when or if you ever have to stab the brakes, they can cause these trucks to kick sideways, and that kind of looks like exactly what happened there. All right, so Tyler Dohar now sitting in P number 2. I know he's down there in the Filter Time Esports com channel. Let's see if we can't grab a hold of him.
I have to.
Dohar, it's Repeat up in the booth. Sorry to break your conversation or interrupt it, buddy. But looking like I told everybody very, very early in the broadcast not to sleep on this Filter Time number 78 because you're very well known for strategy, fuel saving, taking care of everything that you need to take care of in order to be up towards the front at the end. Well, buddy, here we are at the end. You're right behind the 46. You got Anasigok behind you, Jeff Lendham, and John Holliday to round out the top 5. What do you need to get by that 46 and take this W, sir?
About 15 green flag laps. That's what we need. I got to get into a rhythm. It takes me a second on cold tires just because I'm a little bit too free for my liking. So I just want to take my time here, but we're running out of time. You know, we got a really good competitor behind us, but he's got damage. Connor's got damage, and we've been fighting damage since lap 1 with the lap 1 incident. So we're glad we made the best of the bad circumstances and we're up here even. You know, Josh Taylor, he got crashed out in that first lap. Same with Mark. So our team, we're going to have a big truck build this week, but it looks like everybody is for the most part. So we're going to give it hell, Pete. We're going to see what we can do here, but I got to wait about 2 or 3 laps till I get some temp in the tires so I can make a move here.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, I've taken a little bit of a ride all the way around this Elite Performance Industry Swag.biz Filter Time number 78. Try to get it all out there for you. And I don't see a single Darlington stripe on this machine. Looks very, very pristine. Can you keep it clean while racing as hard as you can for these closing laps?
Yeah, we wanted to keep it as clean as we could until this part. I do want to give a shout out to Josh Roberts and apologize for getting in the back of him when we were back in traffic there early on. He got caught up when the 71 hit the wall, and I got into him on accident and turned him into the wall. So I did want to give Roberts a shout out for that because that wasn't intentional by any means. So, but I think for the most part, yeah, we've kept the car as clean as we can. I think the right front's still a little bent in from that first lap incident because had about 13 seconds damage, went and took it, but. You know, for better or for worse, we're still out here when a lot of our other points competitors aren't. So we just got to make the best of a bad opportunity for those guys.
All right. Well, Trippy Tricks threw it out back to me earlier, so I'm going to take this one back, get you back down with your Filter Time Esports teammates, Tyler. Good luck, sir. Go get them.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it. All right. The one and only Tyler Dohar. Man, the guys come a long way. In recent iRacing news, Mike Conti kind of retired from the Junior Motorsports Coca-Cola series, if I'm not mistaken, or the Contender series, trying to get back at it. The field right now getting into Turn 3 and Turn 4. They'll be taking the green flag with 15 laps to go. And I see your message out there, Jungle Cat Wizard. I absolutely agree. Let's go ahead and get this back. Let's take this back green. Can we do it? 15 more laps. We're about to find out. Green flag. All right, so it looks like Connor's going to be able to hold him off. And I'll tell you, the 13 of Justin Anasigok got a great start because with all the black flag issues that have been plaguing the officials and some of the private hosted leagues and lobbies, it hasn't been fun for the guy on the outside. So that's why you see where Justin Anasigok was able to come on up and get past the 78. But you can bet your bottom dollar that the 78 will be there when it's all said and done. We saw one go on up and tag the wall. Didn't really register as any kind of a big issue. Most part, everybody was able to get on by. But yeah, Jungle Cat Wizard out there saying, wait, That was a caution, but P8 destroyed the all nose first and spinning everywhere middle of the corner, then collecting Collins at another truck on like lap 40, wasn't it? And no caution. So yeah, I get you. And then Jose 720 says he thinks Tyler can get it done. Caution's out. There you see the pace truck going to go ahead and pull off. They'll be able to get in front of the rest of the field. Looks like Al Likens and John Holliday, old Doc Holliday from back in the day, gonna be a couple people of interest, a couple persons of interest. And it looks like maybe William Gay and Joshua Roberts may have got involved in this one as well. All right, so let's check in with Al Likens and find out what happened with him. All right, so here we are riding on board with that Kyle Petty throwback number 45 going into the corner. Looks like he's got a pretty decent line. Don't really see him wavering too much down across the white lines on the bottom. Just one long conveyor belt of trucks going down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. See one truck. And that's going to be a rough shot. That's going to be Brad Herman in that target machine that was up in the wall, and a few others just really having to avoid everyone else in order not to get wrecked out. But you see the 9 and the 44 as well. The 9, definitely very, very hard into the inside wall. That was John Holliday, and of course William Gay in that 44. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live again. Well, Jose, you said you think this 78 of Tyler Dohart can get it done. Well, now it is Justin Anscock and Connor Cunningham on the front row. I didn't see a pass for the lead, so let me kind of take this back. Jaden Gimble, John Holliday. I didn't see a pass for the lead, so I'm wondering if the 46 has just chosen the high side to get around. All right, so Jeff Lednam back here in this National Guard machine, sitting P number 4. Let's see if maybe we can find this driver and have a quick chat with him. All right. There he is, down in Hard Luck Racing. Jeff Lednam, driver of this number 37 National Guard machine. Bud, looks like you got this Tundra in pretty good position. How much are you going to be able to push on that high side once the green flag is back displayed, sir?
I feel like I should get a decent restart here, but my top end's not too good. I got some damage on the front right corner. I don't have the top end these guys got on the straightaways. I can hang with them for a little bit, and then the damage just takes over. But if I can finish top 10, I'd be tickled after the night I've had.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll tell you what, you're looking pretty good. Yeah, I do see a little bit of damage on the right side, but your grill, your hood, and all that is pretty sealed. So I definitely wish you well. Keep the rest of this National Guard truck with the shiny side up, and I'll get you back down with your Hard Luck Racers right now. You know I'm a fan, bud. Go get them.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
You absolutely got it. All right, so that was Jeff Lednam. Man, definitely looking forward to seeing everything that he's going to be able to do. This is the final pace lap before we go back green. We'll go back green with 8 laps to go. It'll be interesting to see just what he's able to do up on this high side once Barney lets the green rag drop again. So there they are, coming up off 2. And starting to see how the field's getting whittled down a bit. Quite a few more trucks on pit road. Lady in Black has not been nice to everybody, to say the least. We started this race, I want to say, with 33 trucks. Josh Taylor, Jeff Jones, John Honeycutt, David, and Austin Collins are among the 5 on the bottom of the rung. John Ross, Robert Amaral, Braden Burt, Mike LeBlanc, and Pacey Wygant are the bottom 10. Pacey's accident was actually not too long ago. But all right, let's go. Let's bring it back. Break flag. Oh, you see the 46 down low, 3 wide going through the corner. Looks like the 72 is going to be able to thread that needle and make it work. 37 are up into the wall, going to make a little bit more contact there, but so far not too bad. The biggest loser in all that was actually the 46, though. He's going to drop quite a few spots. All the way back to P11 goes this number 46 Hellman's Mayonnaise Machine. Now tail end Charlie from leading on the outside. But I think we saw, Justin Aniscock go up track just a little bit, trying to gain a little bit more real estate for himself, knowing that he's got to try to hold off Tyler Dohar and this tide ride of Evan Knopp, as well as Chris Stange and Jaden Gimble back here in this number 1. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you look at the scoring pylon, only going back to Connor Cunningham in that 46 in P10 right now, both him and Al Likens are the last trucks on the lead lap. So there have been a lot of trucks that have suffered a lot of damage here at Darlington, and it really is a track that is almost too tough to tame. You've got to be very, very good. You got to be very methodical. You got to hit your lines just right each and every time in order to make sure that you can do it right. And right now we're seeing Aniscock, Dohar, Knopp, Stange, and Gimble. And just as I say that, riding along with Gimble, the man just went ahead and went plaid. He just posted the fastest lap of the race here with 5 laps to go last time by with a 29:33. Qualifying times, I believe, were in the 2s, so that's not too far off his qualifying time, but he's also got a nice little pull of 4 trucks right in front of him. Top 5 now absolutely getting separation, going back to Jeff Lednam, who we saw tag the outside wall just a little bit ago. Brad Herman, when we were able to talk to him during one of the past cautions, he said he's just out here trophy hunting. Well, here he is. He's going to try to get on by the 37. Nothing doing just yet, but riding side by side going into the corner. The 37 looks like he's going to go ahead and let up. Give Brad Herman the line. Either that or Brad just absolutely threw it in there. 3 laps to go. Let's get back up with our leaders. They are all single file and pretty much have the entire portion of the track all to themselves. Aniscock still leading. Tyler Dohar still sitting P2. Evan Knopp that led a whole bunch of laps in that tide ride, as it looks like Jaden Gimble's going to try to make something happen here. Try to get underneath the 72 of Chris Stange. Chris Stange going to tag the wall just a little bit. Try to get back in the throttle. Does not want to give that spot. He wants top 5 in points. And so far, Gimble, nope, nothing doing. He's going to have to go ahead and just fall right back in line. What the? Whoa! What? Oh, that was okay. Man, I did not see that. That was the last lap. I really thought that Gimble had an issue. But all right, so let's catch back up with Justin Aniscock. That was a little ill-timed on my part, I guess you could say. Riding along with him, and then I just saw him go nuts into the corner. All right, let's go ahead and clear the boards for Justin. This will be yet another win for the driver. Justin, if you're listening, buddy, it's all yours. Go ahead and rip it down. Justin Anscock now doing the famed Alan Kulwicki Polish victory lap. Going around right now, if this was all real life, the driver would have the stands at the driver's side window, able to wave to all the fans, cheering them on, congratulating them, waving, clapping, waving their hat, doing whatever they're doing. And, man, Alan Kulwicki, one of the last owner-operators to win a championship, and gone way too soon. But great job, Justin, and yet another win, going to be another feather in your cap. Pad those points one more time. Pull on underneath the Darlington, South Carolina line, right underneath Barney. Barney going to go ahead and drop that checkered flag down to him, and that will be all she wrote. All right, so guys and gals, we will be right back. I absolutely promise. Don't nobody go nowhere. We'll put that information out there one more time about the iRock Season 6 promo, and then we'll be right back with Evan Knopp, Tyler Dohar, and Justin Anscock to go over your race recap. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gents, we are back, and we've got our top three live in the booth. First off, we're going to start with driver of the number 36, down one spot after starting outside pole. Talking about Evan Knopp in his 36 Toyota TRD machine. Evan, one hell of a race for you. Led a lot of laps in that Tide ride. Good to see that old Ricky Craven machine back out there when we're talking about what would normally be a throwback race. Was it just the amount of cautions at the very end that you weren't able to really get back up there and try to contend for the top spot? Or what more did you need to get on by Dohar and Justin?
I don't know if it was necessarily the cautions other than the time the cautions came out that worked against me there, but I was happy to get through the field and get back up to third without getting caught up in any wrecks. I had to dodge a couple, but yeah, I think I just got unlucky with when the cautions actually came out. But I did have a chance. I was right on Dohar and Justin. I was right on them there, but they were hitting their marks good enough for me to not be able to pass them. I could get to them. I just couldn't pass them. I needed that track position there at the end.
How tight was it behind two trucks running different lanes for the most part, except for when we're talking about the straightaways? How tight were the trucks getting in the corners when the track itself is already tight?
Yeah, it was definitely, especially towards the end there, deep in traffic. It was definitely tight. I was constantly messing with my brake bias, trying to find any kind of turn in it. But and two, I had a couple lap older tires. I was trying anything there with brake bias, with different lines, but did what I can do. I'm happy with a podium, top 3.
Well, there you go, bud. Hey, one usually leads to others. Definitely wish you a lot of luck. Congratulations on his third place finish. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you need to get out there, sir?
I'd like to shout out my teammates, Mike Honcho and the Hammer man, Michael LeBlanc.
How about that?
It's nice to see them. I know Hammer got into some trouble with the pit wall there, the barrels, but it's nice to see Honcho up front 2 weeks in a row. But yeah, I ran the Ricky Craven paint scheme just because it seemed like he said it was the throwback. It's Darlington, just seemed right. But
it's got to be done. It is. Darlington has become synonymous with the throwback weekend races, and it was good to see yours and the Kyle Petty throwback, the Dale Jr. one, and so many others. A lot of really nice looking rides out there. But yeah, congratulations. Go celebrate. Absolutely.
Thank you. You have a good night.
You too. Thank you, buddy. Tyler Doar, we got a chance to talk to you during one of I think it was actually just the last caution. Bringing in a home P, number 2, 7 spots up for that filter time machine. Rowdy just seemed to check out. I know that the outside line for the restarts, they've been a little problematic here as of late, whether it's been in officials or in league or community or club races. How much did you have to let up in order to not get that black flag on the outside when you had that restart spot, sir?
Well, that first time I was telling them I was getting PTSD from when we did the Cup race at Iowa. Where it's like anytime, even if you went to just try to get to their right front tire, black flag you. So I just took it really easy. I didn't want to, because I knew the black flag wouldn't get cleared. So I'd rather play it safe and not. And then we got that final restart, and we get to be on the inside. And so Justin told me when he was going to go, Connor just timed it perfect, but then I think he tried to hang it full throttle if he could, and he broke loose. And like I said, I needed a couple more laps. I know Justin had damage, but it just took me so long to get into a rhythm and routine that was good, especially if I wasn't having to look back in my rearview mirror. And Evan probably had the fastest car of the race, and I was just trying to look at where he was gaining on me, so that way I could try to get the run off on each corner and at least, try to maintain my line integrity as best I could. Because as you saw, most of the problems here happened when we got side by side with others. It's a really tricky track. A lot of guys, I think probably over 3/4 of the field had damage at one point or another. It's just really tough. Luckily, I think, we made our mid-race climb. After that first long green flag run, we got up to, 11th. And then worked our way into the top 10, and then top 5 there. Racing Herman and Gimbal, I didn't think we had a shot at Evan. He was just too far out ahead, and it took me too long to get by those guys. But I noticed cautions were coming out about midway through, the pit stop sequence, so I was at no loss if I just, went and ran her dry instead of trying to short pit. And, most of the time it was guys on fresher tires catching guys on older tires, and that would create an incident. So we caught a big break there getting that yellow and kind of resetting the field and giving us track position that we had fought for all race. But, honestly, I'm just glad we came out of a second after how the first lap went. It was just a real big struggle being that far back in traffic, trying to be as patient as I could with guys, but it's just a really tough rhythm racetrack. So just glad we could basically survive and get a top podium finish out of it.
I was kind of riding along with you when that caution came out. You had inherited the lead because most others had come on down pit road. I mentioned that you're probably trying to stay out in case somebody made a mistake getting onto pit road, which is very, very easy to do if you have adjusted your brake bias and you don't bring it back. You get on those binders, and all of a sudden the rear end wants to come around on you. Well, caution came out. You were able to come on down pit road. You had the 46 of Connor right behind you, and he actually ended up inheriting the lead because I think you had shorted your pit box by just a little bit. And here you are. That whole thing gave you phenomenal track position, and here you are bringing it home P2. I read today that Mike Conti with Junior Motorsports, their Coca-Cola Series driver, has stepped aside. I know you think a lot of the guys, so when I ask you for your friends, family, sponsors, you need to get out there. Tyler, the floor is yours.
Yeah, no, thanks, Pete. I mean, we had the weirdest pit box because I was pitting short of the line, but my pit box, the sign was beyond the line, and I needed to go to the sign, so that's why it was every time I went in the pits today, I overshot the pit box. It was silly, but, that was just the nuances of this track. But I definitely had to give a shout-out, first and foremost to Papa Bear for giving us this platform, you for putting a voice, putting a sound, putting a picture to it. All the admins, I think everybody, some tempers heated in the race, but I think everybody, cooler heads prevailed. It's not a very forgiving racetrack, so I think the guys did a really great job trying to adjust to each other, adjust to the racetrack, adjust to just the circumstances that were happening around them, and obviously doing this all for Sophia. That's a huge deal, and I'm so glad that Papa Bear allows us to have these, to do philanthropic events as well, partnered with these events. And then also, shout out to Justin. He had a great car, fantastic. I think our team showed good speed. Morton put in a lot of practice time, and Josh Taylor, I didn't do much practice this week, but I watched him do officials all week long and just studied what I could do, how to pass, how to check up, how to save the tires and all that. And I feel bad for Josh Taylor because last is not indicative at all of the work he put in, and neither is the finish for Mark. But those guys just got involved in that lap 1 crash. But shout out to Filter Time and EPI, and of course Michael Conti. He's the guy who took me in an A Open practice today and really showed me the line around this track in the next gen car, and that translated decently well here to the truck. So I was able to get into a good repetitive rhythm and really help march our way forward through the field after we overcame some adversity there.
Buddy, big congrats again, Dora. Definitely a big fan. Looking forward to seeing you out there on track again next week, and as well as the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series that'll be starting back up again in late February. Congratulations, Dora.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it. Absolutely. Well, Justin Anisgok, I tell you what, you started P3 in that number 13. 13 absolutely not unlucky for you. Able to tame the Lady in Black, come on by with just a little bit of damage. And here you are, celebrating yet another win in the Turned Out for What iRacing Truck Series. One of the tracks too tough to tame. Not for you, sir. Congrats.
Man, I got lucky right there, man. About another lap, Doha would have had me because my truck was slow with that damage from early on, but that just set me back so much. And then I just ran long in that 1 second fuel run because I was just so far back. It didn't really matter where I was going to come out as. I was still going to be too far back to even be considered competing for the win. So I just stayed out just to see what happens, and kind of got lucky with the caution. And then the cautions kept coming out, and then racing with the 46, those last 2 restarts was fun, man. He came across my my bumper and he saved it. I was like, oh! And then on that second restart, he sent it into the first corner, and I was like, holy cow, he saved it again. And then, yeah, man, they were coming, man. I think Dirty Air helped me just enough at the end there to get the win.
Well, I mean, but at the end of all that, the word "win" is what really stands out for you. Saw you really get out there and do your celebratory burnout, do your famed Alan Kowicki Polish victory lap, and brought it back on to the start stripe. Grab yourself another shot of you under the flag stand. You got it done here at Darlington. What track that is left in the schedule, and I'll actually go ahead and bring up the schedule for everybody else as well. What parts of this schedule are you most forward to, or what parts of the schedule are you looking forward to the most?
Definitely next week at Texas. That's one of my best tracks, and then I think I'm gonna struggle a lot at Twin Wig and Knoxville, maybe Nashville, but the next 2 tracks are pretty fun, and I'm really good at them. So I'm looking forward to the next 2 weeks and helping whoever needs help at these tracks.
Yeah, one thing about the Turn Down for What Truck Series is we're not doing championship brackets or anything like that. It is all out old school point style, and this win for you is absolutely going to help. I mean, Texas Motor Speedway, that's a lot of fun, especially in these trucks. Get a little loose off of 4, but it's controllable. Then on to iRacing Super Speedway, a 3-mile long juggernaut shaped like Martinsville with Talladega style banking or size banking. Then Nashville Super Speedway, Canadian Tire, Twin Ring Motegi. We're actually going to pack it all up and head on over to Japan. Knoxville, WWT Pocono, and then the Series Championship at Rockingham in the first week of April. It's going to be a lot of fun. But Justin, one more time, big congratulations on this W. You were able to get it done, and you were up front when it mattered most, irregardless of just how tight you were. You're able to hold them off. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You got any friends, family, sponsors you need to get out there, sir?
Shout out to everybody that showed up tonight. I know it was a hard track. I know there's only two lanes to race, and all the lap cars did fantastic for the most part. And you broadcasting and filter time. Can't forget filter time this time. And I know Dohar got mad at me last time when I won. He's like, you gotta mention it. So I'm just joking, but yeah, just shout out to everybody tonight. It's unfortunate that some guys got caught up in a wreck, but it's racing.
I agree. All right, so guys and girls, this race again, whether you're out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or through the iRock TV channel, through Roku, definitely appreciate everybody. Tonight's race was all about hashtag Justin Tough and Sophia the Fierce over on Facebook. I'm going to put Justin's GoFundMe page out there one more time. Don't forget, last week, Turned Down for What raised just about $650 towards Sophia's cause. If we can, please give. And be generous if you can towards Justin's fight as well. Again, little boy completely mauled by 3 dogs and with puncture wounds and pains. The kid's on the mend. The good thing is he is a kid, and hopefully he'll mend fast. But he's got a long road to a full recovery. And again, if you're out there part of the Justin Tough family or Sophia the Fierce family, just know that the entire Turn Down for What iRacing series is 100% behind you, and we will catch y'all again very, very soon. Again, thanks for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, keeping me and everybody else company. We will see y'all again very, very soon. Take care.